Hello folks, welcome back to yet another team preview guide. Out in the Championship, we're going to take a look at Middlesbrough today. They are expected to finish 8th in the Championship if you're going to decide to pluck for them and see if you can do better than Woodgate, who's actually struggling right now. The owner does love the club. They are nicknamed Butter, just in case. They play at the Riverside, which holds 34,746,000 folks going through the turnstiles. They've got superb training facilities, excellent data analysis facilities, and superb young youth facilities. The culture is to develop players using the club's youth system whilst playing possession football and side players from the lower leagues of the domestic game. That usually means you've got no money. So we'll find out in a minute. But here I am, coming in on 17 and a half or 17 and a quarter wage grand a week. Too shabby, for a 25-year-old, but I'm not 25, so that sucks. Next up, the reputation of the club is a 3-star club. We've actually got a vacancy for a director of football. Hey, Tony Mowbray, you want to come on over here? I'll bring you on in. Robbie Keane is the assistant manager. Did I see? Last season we did finish 7th, so they want us to improve upon that. This is the best 11 with Britta Sombalonga leading the way. Who else is in there? Paddy McNair's in there. Obviously Darren Randolph, not too shabby player, is he? Darren Randolph, 32-year-old goalkeeper. And there's some current loan obligations for the club. The culture, we did talk about that. The 5-year plan is to work within the wage budget, maintain the youth system. The end of the season is also to finish mid-table, reach the 4th round of the FA Cup. Next season, after that, record a top half finish. And then at the end of the 2021-22 season, win promotion to the Premier League and then try and stick around for a couple of seasons in the Prem de la Prem. On this screen here, you can schedule a press conference with the media and also an inter-squad friendly to take a look at both the under-23s and your main squad and also get a report from the back rooms. I'm just going to say yes, but we're not going to look at those anyway. And that's that. So let's jump straight into it and take a look at what we're talking about here. The money-wise, that's what matters. £3.8 million in the bank with a transfer kitty of £1.5 million. It's not great. However, you could also keep 60% of any transfers you make. So if you do decide to cash in on Britta Sombalonga, you might get a good, I don't know. If you sell him for $10 million, you'll get 6 of that. As for the wage budget, £334,000. You're spending 318 of that at the moment. The debt, pretty big. You know, you got to kind of dodge that. You got to try and sort that out. Projection wise, you're expected to make a lot less money. Actually go even further into debt. Take a look at the squad then. Here we go. The most expensive player is Darren Randolph, £9.5 million rated goalkeeper. Irish international, 38 caps to his name. Very, very good keeper. Formerly of West Ham. That's right. Middlesbrough did cough up £5 million for him. He was also formerly at Birmingham and Motherwell and actually played a lot of games elsewhere. So he's your best bet. Then you've got Dale Fry, who is an English centre-back. A lot of hopes pinning on this guy. Good numbers overall. Great physicals. His defensive stats aren't the best. Well, in fact, he's got good tackling. His marking could do with improvement, and he's not too shabby with heading the ball out of danger. And then there is Britta Sombalonga, valued at £8.25 million. He can score goals at this level. So maybe a Leeds or something like that. If you got a bit of money, they might want to come in and try and gobble them up. He does pay a lot of wages though, £35,000 a week. He's great, determined striker, great finishing, and he's also pretty rapid at 14 rated. He is getting paid the most. Rudy Gestede is up there as well. He's actually only valued at £2.5 million, but that wages is funny money. Great jump and reach, good at heading as well for Rudy Gestede, formerly of Aston Villa, and of course Blackburn Rovers. We picked him up for a steal. Look at those seasons. And then it all went downhill for Rudy after that. You know what? The grass is not always greener, Rudy. Should have stayed where you are. Hot prospects for the future. Well, Nathan Wood has been tipped for great things as a 70-year-old centre-back. £550,000 rated. Great marking for a youngster, only 17 years of age. Great tackling and not too shabby first touch. His physicals are pretty decent as well for a kid. Could go as high as 5 stars. And the fact that he's in the senior squad already must mean he's got some good future. Hayden Coulson is also tipped to go on 4.5 stars, operating at 2.5 star level. Not too bad with his technicals. Technique is up there at 13, as is dribbling. He's also a very good, determined youngster. And he's got some decent physicals attributes. And then Dale Fry, we talked about. And Lewis Wing, 24 years of age now, 3.5 stars at the minute, could go as high as 4 stars, valued at £7.75 million. So he's another one that you could maybe even sell. Into the under-23s. Come on in. Let's take a look at it. Hot prospect, Stevie Wotsa. Can play on the left-hand side of midfield and also as a striker. Good pace, good at dribbling, and he's not too shabby putting the ball in the back of the net as well. 18 years of age. Still got a couple of years, perhaps, in the under-23 setup. Ainsley Pearce is a young goalkeeper, 21 years of age. Decent kicking and handling. He also likes to punch the ball. Pretty good. Decision making is not too bad as well, and he's got not bad with his agility. You know, he can run all day. Obviously, stamina's not when you can run all day, but you know he can keep it up. He can keep up the up with the game. Whatever. Connor Malley is also an option there for attacking midfielder. Also play as a Mazzella and a central midfielder if you want to use it. Good stamina. He can run all day. Great crossing and dribbling for a centre midfield player. Not too shabby off the ball, and he's got good work rate. Again, he's probably one of your best bets coming on through. Into the under-18s we go and take a little look at Kane Sykes, who's a 16-year-old midfielder. Could play as a Mazzella, but prefers to play as a box-standard central midfielder. Great natural fitness at 18. Has good passing and good technique as well. His first touch ain't too shabby as well. His mentals could do with an improvement. He's got 1 for flair, so he ain't no wizard in the middle of the park. He'll just get the ball where it needs to be. And then joining him will be Jack Hanna, who's a 16-year-old centre back. Great heading, marking and tackling. That's the numbers you want. The rest will come in time and a good tutelage and instructorship. So let's take a look at the team report now and the squad depth. So, goalkeeper, I think that's an area of concern. When you got Randolph, who is brilliant, and then you got this guy, Thomas Mayas, who's pretty ropey, if I'm honest. Good reflexes in throwing. He is 30 years of age. His physicals aren't too bad, but he's not really... He's been brought in from Cyprus, which will tell you something. That's not the greatest thing, but he's formerly of Real Madrid. Did he actually ever play for Real Madrid? Looks like he played for the B team. He did get 1 game for Real Madrid, so that's a statistic that you could throw about. But really, he's not that good, is he? He's okay. He's okay. I think he'll be a good League One keeper at best. But you know what? Two keepers in there. I think you might need a third. As for left back, friend Bowler, he was a transfer just been brought in by Matey Boy, wasn't it, from Blackpool, £250,000. Not fantastic. Doesn't set the world alight. I think your right-hand side of midfield is your area of concern. You've got Johnny Howson, who could play out there. He prefers to play down the middle, but he can also play at right back. But yeah, I'd say right side of midfield is an area you want to look at. Paddy McNair is not a right-sided player as well. I know it says Mr. Universe and can play anywhere you like. I wouldn't go there. He's best at defensive midfielder if you want to play him where he needs to play. He can also play at centre back. So he's Mr. Universe. So, yeah, right-hand side of midfield, if you do. Up top is also a little bit weak. You got a Sambalonga, yes. Fletcher, I don't really rate Fletcher that much in the real world. He's got good pace here and agility. He can score, but has he scored for Middlesbrough? Look at those numbers. Yeah, those numbers don't lie. And then you got looking at Marvin Johnson, who I think is more of a left-sided midfielder. He is 28 years of age. His numbers aren't great. There's a lot of single digits knocking in there for a 28-year-old. Formerly of Sheffield United on loan, Motherwell. He's actually wanted. Who wants this guy at the moment? Sheffield Wednesday sniffing. I'd sell him. I'd cash in on him and then reinvest. Quick look at the strengths and weaknesses. Finishing's up there, wing back depth. You've got on the left wing back, you've got some options. Jumping reach, goalkeeper, marking, goalkeeper depth. I don't know. I disagree. It says 4 good options to play in goal. How do you have 4? I see 2. And then you're looking at the youth team. That's a lie. That's a false negative or whatever it is. So yeah, there's a few strengths. Long throws, heading, marking is pretty decent. As for your weaknesses, overall depth, transfer budget could do with some improvement. The right side of defence could do with some improvement as well. Throwing, flair, crossing, teamwork, that sort of stuff. Dribbling, yeah. So let's take a look at the dynamics of the club. Team cohesion is average. Dressing room atmosphere is also average, but managerial support is good. The hierarchy, who's the leaders within the club? Friend, Randolph and Clayton. are your main bad boys. You could do with a point of vice captaining as it stands. Johnny Howson and Britt Sombalonga lead the line of the rest of the gang. The social groups, George Saville could do with getting himself acclimatised a little bit. He's a pretty solid midfielder, wanted by a couple of teams on loan from the Championship. I think they picked him up this season from Millwall, or it was last season, for £7 million. Played quite a few games for Middlesbrough that last time out. Two main social groups here. The core, up here in this second bunch here. So sort of 2 clicks that Saville needs to get himself accustomed to quick time. As for the happiness, the majority of the stuff in the centre here is green. A couple of little hot spots that could do with some improvement. The morale seems to be okay. Could do with a good team meeting and addressing some code of conduct, which you can do yourself in a bit of time. But overall, yeah, things are okay here at Middlesbrough. What about the overview? They do expect you to finish mid-table, which is the 4th round of the FA Cup and the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup. Let's take a look at the Championship as a whole and take a look at the odds. Season preview shows Middlesbrough to finish 8th, 10-1 to win it. Any hot prospects or hot players to keep an eye out? They reckon you should keep an eye out for Dale Fry and Randolph. Both of those don't make the Dream 11 right here in this bizarro world. But that, my friends, is Middlesbrough in a nutshell. Obviously, I could go into much detail, take a look at the staff and all that kind of good stuff. But no, I just want to give you the bare minimum, the finances, take a look at the squad, the most valuable players, and where you could improve this team moving forward. If you do so choose to go with Middlesbrough, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm going to be doing more team previews right here on the channel as we complete the Championship. Until I see you again, make sure you smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe if you're new. Back very, very soon with another team guide. I don't know when, probably tomorrow. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.